What's up, guys? So, Out of the Furnace is Christian Bale's next film, literally his next film after doing The Dark Knight Rises. So that was a pretty big step to take. So let's see how this film was.
Makes me want to jump in there with you. See who walks out.
I just need the money.
How is everybody doing today? So, Out of the Furnace, I just want to put this out there for the box office results of the film. It came in at number 3. Out of the Furnace only made $5.3 million. I think it could have done better than that as an opening weekend. That's kind of disappointing, those numbers. But nevertheless, let's just start talking about the film. So, Out of the Furnace stars Christian Bale, and he's one of these guys who he does everything, he tries to do everything right. He doesn't like, doing things wrong. He's just one of those guys. He has to have a schedule. He does what he does, and that's his life. And his brother is played by Casey Affleck, and he is he's out of the military. He was in the army. And, I don't think, it seemed like his character didn't, feel like he was being treated good enough because, as he says in the film, he gets out of doing things for his country, but what has his country done for him? Christian Bale and Casey Affleck's relationship in the film as, these two brothers, Christian Bale, he really wants the best for Casey Affleck's character, and you could definitely see that in this movie. But once Casey Affleck gets involved with the wrong people, which is Woody Harrelson's crew, that's where our story takes off. Now, for the plot to actually get started in this film, there's a lot of character structure in the beginning of this movie. There's a lot of build-up to what is actually going to happen. There's a lot of, okay, this is who this is what he does. There's a lot of character structure, which I was fine with, but some of it was kind of, slow. And that's one of the problems overall I do have with this film. The pacing, it's kind of all over the place. I mean, at one time you have this really entertaining scene, and then the next minute, you've got this really long scene that's dragging out, you just don't know why they're dragging things out as long as they do. Now, the acting in this film, I really didn't have a problem with. You got Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe, whatever you identify him with as well. You got Woody Harrelson, which, he just got done doing a character in the Hunger Games as Haymitch. He is my favorite Hunger Games character, Haymitch is. And in this film, it's like an entirely different role he's playing. He is playing such a
son of a bitch.
He's just one of these guys that really just cares about himself. He doesn't care about anybody else. He has a problem with the world. He's always drinking. He's just a bad person. I hated him. I really just wanted Christian Bale to get his Batman suit on and go up to Woody Harrelson and just... But I knew that wasn't going to happen. But yeah, like I said, the acting in this film, I don't have a problem with the acting. Every single performance in this film, it seemed like everybody gave 100%. Like I said, the plot is pretty straightforward, but the only other kind of problem that I had with this movie besides the pacing is the last scene of the film. Now, at the end of the movie, the screen cuts black, and I was happy with the ending. It was a satisfying ending, and I think they should have left it like that. But then there's another, not necessarily a scene, but like a 20-second kind of just little scene or whatever you want to call it. And it didn't make any sense. And, I'm not the one who didn't understand it. Chris Stuckman didn't understand it either. Sitting there, I'm thinking, what? I mean, I'm trying to run all these scenarios in my head while the 20 seconds is taking place of what's going on. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Literally, the last shot of the film and before the credits come up. It doesn't make any sense. I think they might have had an editing problem. I think it should have been maybe placed in another scene of the film, and they just had it there on accident. I don't know what it means. I don't know what that even I mean, I'm still thinking about it, and that really annoys me that a movie really doesn't make sense. I mean, they should just cut that scene out of the film. You know, overall, Out of the Furnace is a fairly good film. I think some people might not enjoy it because this definitely isn't an action movie. It's a hardcore drama film, and a lot of crappy things happen in this film, especially to Christian Bale's character. So, you know, you might not really enjoy this movie because it is very dark and it's very intense. So, you know, if you see it on the wrong day, you might not like it at all. Personally, I didn't mind it. I didn't love the movie, but at the same time, I think it's a good film for what it is. It is a really good film. It just depends on when you watch it and what kind of mood you're in. So my overall rating for Out of the Furnace, I'm giving it a 3.9 out of 5 stars. I just can't get this movie to 4 simply because how much the last shot of the film annoyed me, and the pacing, you know, it's just kind of slow. You're gonna look at your watch a couple times in this film. But guys, let me know. Did you see Out of the Furnace? Comment and let me know your thoughts. I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to think. Subscribe to this channel. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Once again, thank you for watching. Over and out.
Forgive me my sins, O Lord. The sins of my youth, the sins of my age, the sins of my soul.
We're brothers, and we're all we got.